This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we review episode 2 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Geek Boner.
Plus, Black Widow is coming to Disney+. The Obi Wan TV show reveals its cast. How much of Zack Snyder's Justice League is actually in slow motion? Godzilla vs. Kong opens big internationally. San Diego Comic-Con is having an in-person event this year, and a bunch more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, March 29th, 2021.
This is Frank Grillo. You know me. But who are you? Are you the discerning, sophisticated type of person who enjoys all the latest comic book and superhero TV and movie news? Pop culture references, witty banter? Me neither. I'm just here for the dick jokes.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
We jock it, we nerd it. We funny, disturb it. We jock it, we nerd it. We spoiler alert.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, what's up? Hey, listener, that's you. Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose.
Jock and Nerd.
My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
Joining us also, a dude who took a dump so big it clogged the Suez Canal for a whole week. Of course, it's Rug Boy. Rugs, how's the slack hole?
It's pretty loose.
Yeah, I would think so. What did you eat, man? I can't believe you cost a lot of money in that
Millions
canal
upon
there.
millions of dollars.
Billions.
It was
billions.
basically kale and avocados.
Oh, wow. At least you're regular. That shit was crazy. I believe the boat has now been dislodged.
Good.
And it's on its way. But holy fuck, that guy's definitely getting fired, right? Come on. How do you keep your job after?
Not only that guy, I mean, that company is probably going to get sued.
And they had like one little bulldozer just digging away.
Science, physics. Boat that big, can't get it stuck in mud.
Unbelievable. How are you going to drive something sideways down a straight canal? What are you doing? How'd that happen?
That would happen to you, though. Come on,
would.
don't
I'd be
criticize
like,
anybody.
it's drifting. I don't know how to stop this.
You're that guy to be that clumsy. I've seen you drop things that you were like holding in your hand.
I'd be like,
I just want to see
that's a good
Imran
point.
in that mudslide.
That's a good point. I would have got out, though, and started pushing. At least
Naked.
tried. You know? Yeah. I'm going to get out naked. I'm like, look, at least I'm going to try to push this fucking boat back. It's 20,000 containers up here.
I've been swinging a mace. I could push this boat back.
So,
Yeah.
look, now everyone's delayed shipments of what's on there, like Pokemon cards and Funko Pop figurines. They can get through. Great. Everyone will get their collectibles. So you can relax. Okay, we have a lot of shit to talk about. Let's get into it.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
We didn't do any news last week, and I missed it. And oh boy, is there a lot to discuss. I missed it. Here's what we missed. News, big news from Marvel announced the day after we recorded last week. So, like, it's old news at this point. It's been a week, but it was the inevitable news. Disney blinked and made a call on Black Widow.
Oh, shit.
It is being pushed back from May 7th, 2 months, to July 9th, when it will come out in the theaters and be made available to Disney Plus subscribers at an extra $30.
Geek Boner. Oh, shit.
Additionally, they pushed back Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings to September 3rd. Cruella gets a day-and-date theatrical Disney Plus release May 28th. And Luca, Pixar's next movie, goes straight to streaming again to Disney Plus June 18th, just like they did to Soul. So that's 2 for 2 on the Pixar movies missing theaters. So, okay, we knew this was coming. Anthony, I love that it's Disney Plus. Did they need to push it back 2 months?
I think they just pushed it back because they really haven't done any marketing for this. So I think they wanted to just give it a little bit of time rather than, oh, by the way, although it's worked for Godzilla vs. Kong in terms of the 1 month marketing push, but I think Disney just felt like they needed to ramp it up a little bit, and they were basically a month away from the release. So I think that's why they did it.
Yeah, they're just going to flood it.
And I think July 9th, although I don't think things will be completely open, I think they're hoping they can still make some cash at the movie theater as well. I don't think they're fully sold yet on the Disney Plus and everyone just going over there and buying stuff. And they have by pushing it back to July 9th, I think they'll have a better idea of what they're going to get, because they've done Mulan, they've done Soul.
And Raya.
Well, they've done Mulan and Raya, but they'll have this Cruella film should maybe do well. So I think they'll have more data and they can figure out what to expect.
Ruggs, this is like a real last-minute decision. Like, this is like at the last hour. This is all still an experiment for everyone, isn't it? For every studio.
Well, yeah, I mean, this movie's got to make a lot of money.
It's a $200 million movie.
But it's got to make a lot of money just for Marvel's sake. And I think that they're seeing that people are buying tickets to movies again, but not like to the large degree. I think they're making like the biggest opening in America has been like what, $10 million or $13 million or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was like Tom and Jerry. It was like $13 million.
So I mean, that's not the kind of money that they're hoping for. They're hoping they get maybe $50 million, and I think that might happen because people are buying tickets for Godzilla, and I heard that the tickets are selling pretty well considering all of the social distancing and 25% and all that other shit. So I don't know if things keep getting better, they could possibly make a little change on this open here. And then the good news is that the theaters around the world are open. So,
well, is it good news? This is very interesting watching this this relationship now between studios and exhibitors in theaters. It's ever evolving. So Disney announces this on March 23rd, right? Earlier in that day, Cineworld, they own Regal, which is the second largest theater chain behind AMC. 536 theaters. Regal's been closed for 6 months. Regal announced that they are going to start to open select Regal locations at the beginning of April, because at that point, Disney was still going to release Black Widow on May 7th. And LA is expanding their capacity, so everyone was happy for like half a day. And then Disney kind of fucking puts the downer on the situation, and like, wait, there's not going to be a big movie now. Well, you're going to have to survive 2 more months, but we do have Godzilla versus Kong coming out. Okay, so you know what's interesting? There's been theaters like Cinemark and Harkins, who we talked about Raya. They are currently refusing to play Disney's Raya the Last Dragon because they want better terms. The problem is Disney's their terms aren't great. I found out. Warner Brothers, because when they announced this thing, we're releasing all our movies on HBO Max and in the theater, they're offering theaters more than 55% of each ticket.
Oh, shit.
For playing these 2021 movies. Apparently, Disney has no deal like this to sweeten the pot for the theaters, and maybe they're hedging their bets for European models. There's still lockdowns in
everybody
Italy.
likes European models.
Oh, I love European models, of course.
Geek boner.
But the ones we have now are all diseased, so that is a problem. But yeah, they're experimenting with all this. I don't know. The quote in this article, I found this article from Hollywood Reporter. Basically, it starts out saying there's not much theaters can do. And the source at the end goes, we will not see a picture be released on 35,000 plus screens anytime soon. So we're still a long ways away from a big opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Absolutely.
Do you think they care about the theaters, or it's business, right? So they're going to get the $30.
Well, the thing that Disney cares about is the theater is a proven model. They release a movie in a theater, they're going to make a lot of money. They've done it for years. The Disney Plus thing, they only have like 2 films of data.
Yeah.
You know, it's still I'd like to think that they're going to probably make a lot of money because people love Marvel, they love this stuff on Disney Plus. They're going to want to see this, but it's an unknown. So that's probably why there's still this hesitancy of, should we do it? Should we do it? And I think at this point, it was just like, we just got to release this movie.
The movie's supposed to come
figure
out
out the best of both worlds and
year
do
ago.
something.
Yeah,
Right.
May 1st, 2020, original release date, and it's a $1 billion maker.
But they're still going to charge the premium, right?
Yes.
$30.
So,
Yeah.
so they're going to make money off this film. I mean, first of all, they're not paying for it, right? They're releasing it, but they're releasing it with this $30 tag.
So they're making all of that money.
That's their money. And then whatever happens in the theaters, they'll get, as I said, they fucked everyone out of that percentage that the WB did. So they're probably going to make more money there too.
Very interesting. I mean, I'm super
Geek
fucking geeked that we can watch it. I can watch it at home.
Yeah, I'm just happy that we have a date now, and it feels like we can kind of move forward on the movies now. I feel like at this point, if theaters aren't open by September, like in the way that they want, they'll probably do the same thing, day and date release. It's like we kind of know now, like things are coming out, whether it be in the theaters or at home.
And I remember in the beginning, studios were like, this isn't going to be a regular thing, this day and date thing. But I think this is going to be around for a while. I don't think it's going to go away once they figure out the model and everybody is watching everybody else. So a little bit more experimenting to do. As a consumer, I'm happy. As a theater owner, yeah, it kind of sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, I think as a consumer, this is kind of the best, right?
I just wish they didn't delay it. I was like, why fucking push it back? Just fucking put it out on May 7th.
Well, you can go to a theater if you want.
Yeah.
Or you could just watch it at home.
Or you could do both.
Yeah, you spend $30 there and spend another $30 at the theater. Sure.
Why not?
Give them all your money. Listener, let us know how excited you are. Join the conversation. Visit our Facebook group. Join the Jock and Nerd Nation. Jock and Nerd. It's an exclusive closed group just for you, listener. We're all in there. You're going to meet a lot of fun people. And you get your name shout out, and we'll read your comments and shit. Okay, sticking with Marvel and Disney and Star Wars and casting news. Lots of casting news. This came out today. Very exciting. The Obi Wan Kenobi Star Wars Disney Plus show reveals its cast.
Oh, shit.
And it's a pretty crazy cast. We have here Ewan McGregor, of course, as Obi. Hayden Christensen coming back to play Anakin Darth Vader. Moses Ingram. Joel Edgerton joining the cast. Bonnie Pace. Kumail Nanjiani, people. Can we just stop here? We just stop. That's it. This is the best show ever. I'm going to stop. Fucking Kumail crossing over.
Like clockwork, this fucking guy.
Hey, it's not me.
I'm
It's
more
Kumail.
excited that Indira Varma is going to be on.
That's the next one. Indira Varma
I'm
from
talking
Game
about
of
you,
Thrones.
Imran.
I know.
I knew you were going to stop right
But
there.
look, Kumail he's in Eternals, and now he's going to be in the Star Wars universe. Fucking love it. Riz Ahmed is in the Star Wars universe. I love it. Although he's dead. Indira Varma from Game of Thrones. Rupert Friend. O'Shea Jackson Jr., another great fucking Ice Cube's kid. Love it. Put him in there. Sun Kang, Simone Kessel, and Benny Safdie rounding out the cast. Comments on this cast, anyone?
You want to
It
start?
seems to be lacking in our Latinos. If you're gonna just do a cursory, check for that.
The Indian brown people took all those slots.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Okay.
It looks. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I saw the names on there, and I was like, oh, this is cool, and it's very diverse, and everything looks good. I'm cool with the cast.
I love this cast. Joel Edgerton.
Would you like it as much if Kumail Nanjiani wasn't on it?
Probably not. I think Kumail just puts it over the top. I saw this. I was like, oh, fuck, Kumail's in this too. He's in everything.
Do you actually like him as an actor?
He's not bad. The Big Sick is very good. No, he's good.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He can do drama. I've seen him do, and he was great in Silicon Valley. Come on. The guy's fucking hilarious, right?
Okay, I just wanted to make the distinction if you actually like him or you're just rooting for him
His
because of his
stand-up,
race.
I always thought was funny. His movie,
I
his
think it's
life
the
is
first
great.
thing, Anthony. Pretty much.
But it helped. No, there are some, trust me, there are some fucking Pakistani Muslim comics that I don't like. That fucking suck, and I'll call them out. Not right now. But I asked my sister. We talk about them all the time. Like, fuck that guy.
What is India Varma? Oh, she's British.
Indira Varma is British, but she's probably has Indian background. But she was on Game of Thrones. Remember? She was the lady.
She was also in Rome.
Oh, she was in Rome, too.
And she was in the Kama Sutra movie.
Oh, she's very sexy.
She's of Indian and Swiss descent.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And
that.
Italian.
Oh, Indian, Swiss, Italian. That's my favorite
But
sandwich.
she's British.
And British.
She's from Britain.
I need somebody to make me an Indian, Swiss, Italian panini sandwich. What would that taste like?
What would be on there?
Yeah, what would be on there?
Curried
would it be
chicken.
Like long rice.
Basmati
and mozzarella
rice,
cheese?
Mozzarella and caprese salad between two paratas or naans. Yeah, that works.
All right.
Joel Edgerton is returning to the franchise. He played Owen Lars in Revenge of the Sith. And Bonnie Pace also returns playing Beru. She played Beru in Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Of course, we talked about Hayden Christensen will be Darth Vader. Here's when the show takes place. It says here, the story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, the third movie, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. So this is kind of cool. It'll be 10 years into, like, Vader's career. And you could have a lot of great cameos. What do you think of that time frame of Rug Boy?
Wait, when does this happen?
10 years after Revenge of the Sith. 10 years after Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
So he's been Darth Vader for 10 years.
Yeah. In this, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years later than when it actually happened. Like in real life. Right? The other Star Wars movies are like a little over 10 years.
About 10
those
years.
are like 20 years, right?
Has it been 20 years?
No, Revenge of the Sith was 2005, so it's been longer than that.
15
it's
years?
almost 16 years. So.
15 years.
Yeah.
You guys are the Star Wars guys. I'm curious. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, Hayden Christensen's not the best actor. I mean, he's gotten better, but he still has, his voice doesn't match his, like, I think that's the thing. His voice doesn't match the way he emotes. Like, I think his voice sounds so different than, he always sounds like he's doing this when he's acting mad.
The strained jaw delivery. Look, it's been 16 years. Maybe he's gotten better.
I hope so. But I do think that this cast is kind of like, they're all like 30 and over. It's kind of interesting. There's
ageism.
Like, no, I mean there would be. Where's the oldest dude on here? Is like
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton.
I don't know. Maybe
Ewan McGregor.
Maybe Rupert Friend is the oldest guy.
Rupert. Oh, Rupert.
And like the youngest guy is probably Benny Safdie. Right?
Is he one of the Safdie brothers from that did the movie?
I would say so. Yes.
Uncut Gems, Safdies.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Mr. Safdie. I wonder if they play the song.
Yeah, he is one of the Safdie
Oh,
brothers.
nice. Dude, I'm all into the timeline Jedi battles. We get to see Obi-Wan fight Darth Vader some more, have some cool fucking lightsaber
that's going to be
battles.
cool. Like, the Revenge of the Sith had some good lightsaber shit.
Yeah.
So if they can get that whole vibe back, that'd be awesome. I'm into this. I want to see Obi-Wan. Why not?
Fuck yeah. I don't know when it's coming out, but they got it cast. And then other quick casting news. They have added to Thor Love and Thunder a secret cameo by Russell Crowe.
Oh, shit. Geek boner.
Anthony, this movie, are you telling me this movie now has Christian Bale and Russell Crowe in Thor 4? What the fuck's going on?
Is he going to be the Watcher?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh,
I read
shit.
that he was supposed to be a surprise, but it leaked out, so they just went with, yep, he's in it.
Secret cameo. Who do you think it is? What do you think about this?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about the Thor mythos to comment on who they could potentially cherry pick for him. I mean, he's a great actor. I liked him in most roles. It's just another one of those castings for Marvel where they cast a big name actor or actress in a role, and you're like, how the hell do they keep getting these like
Gladiator.
serious actors and actresses to do these dumb Marvel movies?
Amazing. They're
Russell Crowe needs
legitimizing.
money, so I think that's
You think so?
Oh, shit.
That's a good reason to do things. Also in this movie, Matt Damon, Luke Hemsworth, Sam Neill, all of the Guardians of the Galaxy, all of everyone who's been in Thor movies.
Should be a lot of fun.
Fuck, it's crazy. Ruggs, who do you think he's playing?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's going to be some kind of like space guy, but I have no idea exactly.
He's going to play Noah and tell everyone there's a flood coming. That's my
I mean, I feel like he's got to be somebody like really substantially like a Watcher or something like that.
You don't want to just waste the Russell Crowe on like the random dude buying pizza.
He's just going to be a guy.
Well, they kind of did that with Matt Damon. He was just Loki's stand-in.
Yeah, he's the acting. So apparently the whole acting troupe will be in this movie again. That's kind of fun. Okay, let's move on to the DC Universe side of things. Big trailer released earlier this week. It is James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. It is not just any trailer, it's a red band trailer. And that means there's lots of violence and swearing. And I fucking love this. Anthony, start us off. What did you think? James Gunn's versions of the Suicide Squad.
One, it's got to be better than the original.
It can't be
that
worse.
movie was not good.
Yeah, nowhere to go but up.
That's right.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it felt like the Suicide Squad comics that I've read in the past, or the Secret Six stuff, where it's just this goofy team. You know, they're not really holding back on violence or swearing.
Yep.
I think this is right up James Gunn's alley. I think he should probably do really well with this. And they have a very fun cast and a very fun grouping of supervillains teaming up. So
colorful, great chemistry. I love the tone, the humor of this. Ruggs, what'd you think? What stuck out to you?
I was just whelmed by it.
Oh, just well.
Because it's like, it's what I expect from James Gunn. It's not like, oh, there's something new. Like, so I was just like, oh, this is what I thought it would be. And it looks fine. It looks good. I wasn't like, oh my God, did you see that? I mean, the way the shark looks is weird to me.
I think King Shark, I love King Shark now on all the different versions.
I mean, I like
from
that
Flash.
he's ripping people up to shreds and eating them. That's
he's
funny.
ripping, and he is voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Starro is interesting because he does.
Yes.
I was wondering when they're gonna they're gonna bust out Starro for this.
Dude, I love the line where he's like, "We got a freaking kaiju up in this shit." Starro. They're using Starro, the first a bad guy from the very first issue of Justice League #1. I never thought I would see Starro in a movie. This is amazing.
It's like one of the most lamest kaiju I could.
Yeah, it's a slow starfish. What does he even do? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure that they have some tricks in there to make him cool, but yeah, it's interesting. It is kind of like silly and funny and fun, but so I'm looking forward to the fun aspect. But as I said, I wasn't like bowled over. I don't know. I was just like, all right, cool. Like it looks like it's going to be fun.
Well, I love you got James Gunn, his 70s aesthetic with the choice of music, Steely Dan's Dirty Work. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, which is perfectly in line with, Amanda Waller, Viola Davis putting bombs in their heads. I have grown to love Joel Kinnaman. Can we just talk about Joel Kinnaman for a second? He's playing Rick Flag. He is in that Apple TV Plus show For All Mankind. He's really good in that. And
he was in Altered Carbon, and he was fine in that.
Oh yeah, he was pretty good in that too. And
it's good. He's gonna be. You think he's gonna be good in this because he was pretty vanilla in the last one.
I thought similar to Joel Edgerton. I get them confused. Joel Kinnaman and the Joel. They're kind of generic. Also,
he's a giant dude.
Yes, he's great though.
He's like 6 foot something, and he was RoboCop.
Oh, Joel Kinnaman was RoboCop?
Yeah, he was fucking RoboCop.
I like
in that PG-13 bullshit of a movie that they made.
That's bullshit.
Like, he was fucking RoboCop.
RoboCop should never be PG-13.
No.
I love seeing Weasel lick the glass. Pete Davidson, hopefully he dies first. It's so weird to see him in here.
I think John Cena will be your star out of this film.
The Peacemaker, well, he's getting a spinoff, so we know he survives, they did say it was a sequel, so maybe we don't know. But I love King Shark going, hand.
I have one, just a minor thing.
Okay.
I would have liked to have seen Will Smith back.
Oh, Deadshot, but you got Bloodsport. He's like Deadshot.
Because it's another black guy? We can only have
He's like
one?
Deadshot. It's similar. They all got the one red eye. They do the same shit. I don't even know who Bloodsport is.
Jesus Christ! Well, we got the Bloodsport. We got
we got the surrogate for Will Smith.
They can't afford the Will Smith. That's the problem.
I would have liked to have seen Will Smith in a more competently directed film. Because I liked Will Smith as Deadshot.
Yeah, he's great Deadshot. I love this has dick jokes. They got dick jokes. It's always good.
Oh yeah, we
eat a bag of dicks.
Jokes.
And there's apparently it looks like there's 2 teams. Like Nathan Fillion's character is on one team, and then maybe they all die, and then there's another team. And now post Birds of Prey, is Harley Quinn now a vigilante fighting crime because after what happened, and now everyone she's broken up with the Joker.
Well, the opening scene is they're going to save her, and she's
standing there. She's like, "What are you guys doing here?" I love that.
I go back in.
I thought that was so good. She's like, "Oh, you guys came to save me." It's so sweet. I loved it. I love the tone. I loved all of it. I can't wait for this. When does this fucking come out? August 6th, 2021 on HBO Max and in select theaters. I have some follow-up reports about the Zack Snyder's Justice League there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Some interesting...
We're still talking about it.
Oh, no, yeah. You're going to be talking about this for a long time, I have a feeling. Like I said, I don't think this is going away. We all know there is a lot of slow motion in Zack Snyder's 4-hour Justice League. Somebody crunched the numbers.
Oh, shit.
That somebody being the website IGN. Here's exactly how much slow motion is in Zack Snyder's movie.
Oh.
24 minutes and 7 seconds with out of 4 hours is in slow motion. That's about 10% of the movie, all right?
Oh, shit.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about these stats. On the one hand, 25 minutes is a lot of fucking slow motion, Zack Snyder. On the other hand, it's just 10% of the movie. Surely that's not that much. 10% is not going to interfere too much.
I mean, it's a lot of slow-mo. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, that's still 24 minutes.
I don't think they should cut it all out, but I would say cut half of it.
You could shorten the movie by half an hour there. I still think
the movie could be easily trimmed to. There's the best version of that movie is around 3 hours, between 2 hours 45 minutes and 3:15.
I think this is a great exercise for a film editing class. All you have to do is take that movie, and your job is to trim it down and keep the aesthetic and keep the pacing and improve it. But trim it down.
I guarantee you, there's people doing it right now.
I am sure. I want that.
I follow this YouTuber Nando versus movies, and he was like basically said the same thing.
Just
he goes,
take it and cut.
My favorite version of this film is whatever film student decides to chop it up into a 2 hour 45-minute movie that's digestible, like that could potentially get released in the theater
easily.
That'll be the best.
That would be a great exercise. You would really learn a lot about editing.
It'd be great if Joss Whedon just did it. He's like, hey, I saw the movie and I fixed it again.
Let me fix this for you again, Zach.
Yeah, that's his way to get back into like everyone's good graces.
Joss is like, Zach,
it's my master plan worked.
You forgot to put the Russian family at the end, Zach. Joss is like, you forgot, silly sexual jokes. Let me fix this for you. Well, look, with all the hubbub around this Justice League, like we said, fans are going to be talking about this for a long time. Who is going to be talking about this a long time? The army of fans that got this done. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
Oh, shit.
Had like 1 million tweets the other day. Like, it got huge. And now, apparently, the Restore the Snyderverse supporters have started review bombing Godzilla versus Kong, a movie, mind you, made by the same fucking studio, right? Because they are mad that Warner Brothers has ditched the Zack Snyderverse. Does this make any goddamn sense?
Oh, they want to punish WB.
But this is the same studio you want to make the fucking thing.
They want to push WB. Yeah, they're punishing them so that every movie gets bad reviews.
But if people know that they're review bombing it, then no one's going to care.
And like I read, they made that article a couple of years ago, but they had like review bombed it really hard, and it was like they dropped it down like 3 points.
No, it didn't do anything.
It didn't really. It didn't do enough.
Wasting your time. I thought that was interesting. The other interesting thing is I have this article I'll put in the show notes from this website called Small Screen. And this guy kind of gives you the inside in this civil war that's kind of happening right now between Warner Media and HBO Max because of the Snyderverse. Basically, here's the two sides. HBO Max, the people over there are Team Snyderverse, right? They want to.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they got a ton of subscriptions.
Yes, they're looking at the numbers. They want WB to let Zack do whatever he wants now for HBO Max. Continue this alternate Snyderverse. On the other side, you have Warner Media. They are Team Hamada-verse. Walter Hamada's vision, which is, we've seen beyond. They want to move past the Zack Snyder universe. They tried to set up the Flash movie and their solo movies. So there right now is a kind of a big Civil War struggle going on. It's kind of interesting.
I heard that the Snyder cut had a lot of views for the fact that it was 4 hours long. It should have gotten half the views that Wonder Woman did.
Right.
I think it did more than half of what Wonder Woman did. So that means like a lot of people watch this 4 hour fucking movie. That's a big sell right there.
Yeah. I mean, like we've said it. There is still a world where his fans can maybe get this done again and have more Snyderverse. You think it's possible? I don't know.
I wouldn't have predicted this movie would come out, so
right.
I'm not going to make any prediction. I'm open to anything at this point with this.
Well,
with this fandom.
If there is enough of a demand for it, and it is financially in their interest, like I mean, $70 million for a lock, on your streaming platform, it seemed like a pretty good spend, right? So it
may be a smart move for Warner Brothers to let Zack kind of build a DC universe on HBO Max? Would that be confusing?
Because think about this. This was as big of a launch as
huge
a new movie.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So
you don't see that.
So they got the same juice from a movie that everyone's seen.
Yeah.
Just think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
For a second time.
For the most part, the buzz out of the movie has been pretty positive, despite the 4 hours.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a movie that is coming out. Very exciting next week.
Geek Boner.
March 31st, Godzilla.
Next week.
Or this week this week when the show
when this show debuts, this movie will be out.
It's the day the show comes out. Fuck, I forgot. What day is it?
Everyone will have seen it.
We switched to Mondays and to avoid this mess, and WB fucks us.
And they put it out on fucking
Wednesday.
We will have full review next week. It's going to be great. But this movie already opened overseas. That, as we mentioned last week, it has made already $122 million overseas.
Oh shit!
Insane.
$70 million in fucking China alone.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
It's insane.
Indeed.
In this era, it's the best, I think, by far.
By far.
Tenet was 50-something million.
Yes, international. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So people are ready, and they want to see these guys fucking duke it out. On Rotten Tomatoes right now, the movie only has 108 reviews. It's at 80%.
Wow. All the major people I follow are giving it a strong thumbs up. I think the pandemic might have helped.
Yeah.
Because the buzz off the King of the Monsters was not good. But then there's just been delay, and now people are just so starved. And you just throw, at the end of the day, those trailers have been good. They've been really good. And it's Godzilla, and it's Kong, and it's like, turn off your brain, have the best time
Fuck
with this movie.
And it trended. It got memed out. Like, people were making memes of the big monkey stuff, and so I feel like it's gotten into the mainstream. Finally, it's this niche thing that we've always loved.
But it's two big names, man.
Yeah, has now kind of broken out because of Kong being involved, of course. I'm going to go see it in the theater. This is my first movie back.
Over a year, obviously.
Like, Anthony went to the theater to see some Oscar shit, but I'm going for Godzilla. That's the movie that's getting me back in the fucking seat.
That'll do it.
That's the type of movie that would get people back.
I think that's what's happening, and you need to see this on a big screen.
I feel like that it has to be seen on a big screen. Yeah. Every review says, see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
See it on the big screen. So,
by the way, I just want to point out, I sense some enthusiasm in Rug Boy's voice, which is not often that we sense enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Well,
just want to point that out.
I don't know if the movie's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be great. I just
it's
think
going to be Citizen Kane. What are you talking about?
But from what I've read,
Godfather.
Right, there's at least 3 big fight scenes, and as long as that they don't do the stupid shit where they focus on the human characters and the fights going on in the background, and I want it to be center stage. And whenever the action happens, as long as that happens, I don't care how lame the story is, because I know it's going to suck. I just want to see it. Now, the thing that I'm also excited about is that for the first time, there's people looking at this in a positive light.
Mm-hmm.
We thought the Monsterverse was dead, and it could still be dead, but there's a chance. There's a chance that they're going to hit him with the fucking paddles and fucking get some electric juice in there and revive this fucking dead franchise. And I'm excited for the future if that does happen, because this thing could go anywhere. Like, at the end of this movie, we're going to see some fucked up, crazy shit. And we're going to possibly in the next, if this continues, they could go all over the place. This could be some wacky ass shit. So I don't know. It's kind of exciting that things could happen. It's fun. It's an underdog thing. You're like, oh, this movie's been this whole franchise has been a fucking train wreck, and there's a chance for it to shine and finally fucking get its due, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think I've been a Godzilla fan, obviously, forever.
Yeah.
As a kid, you grow up, you watch it, and you think it's the greatest thing in the world. Then you grow up and you realize, oh man, it's still fun. There's still nostalgia, but man, that the world does not think the same way that I think about this franchise. And then you have, the stop and starts with TriStar's Godzilla, and now this. The first one in 2014 was solid. There was a lot of hype into King of the Monsters amongst like Godzilla fans, it didn't really translate. The movie didn't do as well, and it was like Rugg said, I think it was kind of dead at that point. But luckily they were already filming Godzilla versus Kong, so they had to make it. And this year and just the buzz, I mean, this is like your favorite, like I would put it to like your favorite band that's like about to make it potentially. And Godzilla vs. Kong is there. They're on the precipice of doing some really cool things, and I can't help but be excited. Anyone that's coming into this and being like, man, this is gonna suck. I don't want to see that. I'm like, I just don't understand that viewpoint. This is like the thing that we all liked and has been the underdog forever,
Well,
and now it's like
before,
getting spotlight.
Right? We've been burned before, so we know that we can't really, make this big bet and let it ride. We always have to kind of have like one foot on the ground,
Yeah. I think I'm just riding it because this might be, if this bombs, then it's the last.
Oh boy.
For a bit, I think. I mean, you're not going to get another American version, and then at the end of the day, you might get some good Japanese stuff, but it's, what do they put, like $15 million behind it?
Yeah, you're
It's
not going to
the
get a
same.
big
I mean,
budget.
the reviews are in, and for the most part, they're positive, right?
That's what everyone's saying.
Yeah, that's why I'm pumped.
So it does bode well.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm going in there expecting great battles and really dumb human parts in between. I'm just going to expect it's going to be stupid. I'm going to have fun laughing at how dumb the people parts are, and then get back to the fuck, because it looks
that's
gorgeous.
That's like 95% of
That's par
Godzilla movies
for the
anyway.
course. So
I mean,
that's all I'm expecting.
Can I make it a parallel here?
Yes.
I mean, these are obvious ones. Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, same
and
thing.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, same thing.
Like,
You're not-
people
yeah.
have learned to like not give a fuck
Show
about
me
the
the
story
stunts. Right.
and just want to see Vin Diesel and The Rock fucking fly through the air on fire and shit. So if that's what you have to do, if that's what they've made this franchise into, is Fast and the Furious with monsters, okay, like it's not the worst thing it could be,
That's a great point.
So other interesting news that came out just today, the director of this movie. First of all, I think it'd be like the King of the Monsters made the least amount of money. This already looks better than King of the Monsters.
Oh my God, I just saw this headline and I was just like, oh, I didn't hear about this. This is brand new.
Adam Wingard, Godzilla vs. Kong director, is going to be directing the Thundercats movie for Warner Brothers.
Geek boner.
Holy shit, I love this.
Apparently they're really happy with what he did with Godzilla.
Yeah, dude, and it says here he's going to do a combination of CGI and live action. And
This is all you guys.
dude, basically, if this isn't like, even if it's Mortal Kombat bad, I don't care.
Geek
I'm
boner.
gonna fucking love this. Show me a live action. It's about time.
This movie
can't
I
wait for
thought
this.
would be unfilmable
Yes.
until I saw Avatar.
Yup. Absolutely.
And then after I saw Avatar, I was like,
You
maybe
could do
there's a
Thundercats.
world where Thundercats can happen.
Fuck yeah.
And now that the Marvel Universe has passed, and we've had like Rocket Raccoon and
Snarf, snarf, snarf.
and we've had
Snarf.
we've had all these CG characters that we all love, and yeah, I think that there's a place in the world for Thundercats finally. So awesome.
Sounds exciting. So
this is good. I like
Yeah.
this. I mean, I don't know if I haven't seen Godzilla versus Kong. I don't know if it's good,
but it bodes well. It bodes well for his directing. They liked what he did, so
Yeah.
they're like, "You want to do Thundercats?" And apparently, he's a big fan of fucking Thundercats, which
Geek boner.
and I think he's a big fan of Godzilla. So I love that.
From what I read, I think all the reviews I've read is that, like, they cut to the chase, they get to the monster action, the humans are bearable, and I think he came from a horror background.
Yeah.
But I believe that Warner Brothers, the vibe I'm getting is that they were just impressed with him being able to take a big franchise and like not fuck it up. Just kind of like do it right, do it okay, just make it good. Don't put too much of your personality in it because you're an ass.
He did two kind of horror movies. Like, one's an action movie called The Guest, about a guy who's like fucked up and stays with a family and then kind of like beats up this kid's bullies and shit, and like breaks their arms and shit, and really violent. And the other one is called You're Next, where it's about a girl who turns the tables on people who are trying to kill her. And it's
Have you seen these?
Yeah, I've seen them.
How are they? Yeah.
I like them both, but I like them both for being like low budget movies. So like I measure them by a completely different standard.
And then he gets $200 million, make a fucking Godzilla versus Kong. It's crazy.
But you never know.
That's crazy. So we'll see how much money.
Well, John Bellotti hates him because he says or too often. So
Who, Wingard?
Yeah.
No. He's got crutch words.
I don't know.
I edit podcasts. Everybody fucking says that. Okay, let's just put it out there. Everybody.
The people that don't say it, I'm very impressed when I see someone speaking live and they don't say it and they're speaking off the cuff.
Well, I think if you're like looking that much into someone's cadence, that you really fucking hate them. You're like, okay, how much more can I judge a person? I don't like his mustache.
I hate the rhythm of his
sucks.
voice. The sound of his voice is horrible.
Yeah, he probably drinks Pepsi, and I hate Pepsi.
Let me ask you guys this: how much money do you think Godzilla makes? Now they're gonna have a 5-day opening weekend this weekend in a pandemic. To compare, last weekend, Bob Odenkirk's R-rated action revenge thriller Nobody made $6.7 million domestically as more theaters are opening. I think this movie is going to make a lot more.
It's so.
I'm going to say 20 million.
I was going to be conservative and say 15 to 20 million as well.
Yeah. Tom and Jerry made like 12, 13, and people were surprised.
Well, then, okay, so Tom and
double
and
that.
things are opening up more.
Yeah.
So let's go 20.
Yeah,
I'd say 20
to
safe
30.
bet.
Let's see.
So that'll probably take this up to like about 200 million.
Very well, quickly.
I read the projection like internationally, including America, it's like somewhere between like 300 million, right?
It's going to make as much as King of the Monsters.
That's how much King of the and the first two movies made over $500 million. King of the Monsters didn't.
You don't know how much how many subscribers they might have drawn to HBO. I mean, I think this is already, barring like the movie just being a complete bomb and these reviews just not being correct.
Right.
I think this is already a huge success for the franchise.
Absolutely.
And I think HBO Max is like they got to be very pleased.
So do you
with
think
all
that
of
this is going to cause the MonsterVerse to continue?
Well, the only thing I'm kind of trying to figure out is what's the deal with Toho. Like, weren't people saying that Godzilla's rights go up after this?
This is the last one you guys said, I thought.
Is that? I don't know. I've only heard that from people. I have never read anywhere that that's the case.
I don't know for sure, but I think that once you get a nice fat check, you could negotiate the deals back on.
Right, and I don't think Toho could ever release a film on their own in America that would make this kind of money. So I think maybe they could be strange bedfellows for a lot longer.
Like if this all of a sudden, ignites the public and everybody's into it, they're not going to leave money on the table, are they?
Absolutely not. No, they can't.
I mean, I think it'll get subscribers for HBO Max. The buzz is
what's
good.
What's like the next thing they could inject that would make this even bigger? Is there another monster? Is this it? That's the
Where
other
do you go
question.
after Kong?
Because like Freddy versus Jason, you could throw in Michael Myers. You could throw in
Does Kong spin off?
Well, you know what? Like, I think that one of the things that Legendary was trying to do is trying to come up with that. What is that? What is the Thanos of
right?
And Ghidorah is
You bring back Ghidorah.
Ghidorah is kind of the thing, but Kong is also the thing. So I think that I don't know. They could do a crossover with Pacific Rim. That's the next thing that I think.
Oh
they should
shit!
do.
That's the one I'm thinking about. Because like even like Fast and Furious, right? They go, we throwing in The Rock, and then like this one, we're throwing in John Cena.
Yeah.
Like we always have more people we could throw in. So we got to think of the monsters that they could keep throwing in to keep this going. Maybe you go to like old folklore monsters too.
Yeah,
like the Loch Ness monster or like fucking. I don't know, the Kraken.
Oh, yeah.
Do some
like
crazy
mythological.
shit. Oh, you got to get some
demons.
Cthulhu action in there.
Yeah, do the old like Ray
Cthulhu.
Harryhausen stop motion animation monsters,
That's fun.
centaurs
Where do you
and
go?
shit. I mean, if they got milk it, let's go.
Why not?
Hopefully this will be fun to review.
I'm more excited for this Thundercats movie now. Just fuck this movie. Give me
You
the
just
next
get
one.
the Stay
Jesus.
Puft Marshmallow Man in there.
Oh yeah, he can fight. He can roast him like a marshmallow in his breath. That'd be fantastic.
What if are they going to do Cats level CGI?
Oh
for that?
God, I hope. Oh, imagine Thundercats looks like cats. No, why?
Lame. No,
Fuck that
Thundercats.
show.
This is how you do
It's gonna look
Thundercats.
badass.
Thundercats has to be practical effects.
Yeah.
All right, like with people, but then they have to they use practical effects, but then they use CG to enhance it. Like there was this show, I forgot what it was called, but
Is this one of these B movies?
no, it was on
Okay.
TV. They had aliens, but the aliens were like they would do shit with CGI to make the prosthetics look
they
cooler.
enhance the prosthetics.
Yeah, so they make the eyes blink.
Well, they did that
like,
with Deadpool's mask and stuff.
Yeah,
little
they do
CGI
stuff
on
like
top.
that. Yeah, so I think that's the way to go.
Well, and also Anthony, they wear clothes. The Thundercats wear clothes. It's not going to be an issue. They're showing that.
Yeah.
So those commercials, you guys, they've been spoilery. I've been trying to avoid them because they look like they're showing everything.
Don't get on YouTube because I looked up the wrong video and I started seeing like clips of the ending.
Oh no! Yeah, it looks like they're giving everything away in these fucking commercials.
Well, it got released early internationally, so people were in the theaters like screen grabbing stuff.
It's gonna get pirated. It's in China. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it. Watch it after you listen to this or before on the day this comes out. Two real quick DC casting and talent news is Dame Helen Mirren. When we talk about Marvel getting some top talent, legendary talent, Dame Helen Mirren joining the DC universe. She has been cast in the Shazam sequel, Shazam: Fury of the Gods, as the villain Hespera from Greek mythology.
Cool.
So she's gonna be the bad guy. They got Helen Mirren. And DC Films, Anthony, this one's for you. DC Films has got Oscar-nominated buzzworthy Emerald Fennell of Promising Young Woman fame to write the Zatanna movie.
Geek boner.
Write it.
Just to write it.
It's just going to be a movie about Zatanna killing a bunch of people.
Hey, Promising Young Woman is a wild movie. So
yeah, I still got to see it.
I still got to see it.
Yeah, definitely should check that out.
But I like this move. Warner Brothers getting smart, kind of like Marvel, grabbing hot, young, new talent. She's clearly talented, and they love her.
There was two movies that Anthony said that were wild. There was that one, and there was another one.
I Care a Lot.
I Care a Lot.
Oh, I Care a Lot. That's the second one.
I watched.
I Care a Lot. Did you watch it?
I watched that one last night. It's fucking great. Oh my god, the twists and turns in this fucking movie.
Shit, I gotta watch it now.
Isn't it just a head-on collision by two unstoppable
forces? Yes, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
The music's great. It's really well directed, well paced, and Dinklage and Rosamund.
I have my issues with it, but it's you can't get your eyes.
The end is a little bit clunky. I'll give it that, but the fucking flow from the beginning.
Well, that and the protagonist is just a completely irredeemable person.
Yes, but it hooks you from the beginning, like really well start.
Two
done.
movies I would recommend as wild.
Now I got to watch Promising Young Woman. Anyway, she's writing Zatanna, so whenever that happens, we're gonna get a Zatanna.
What do you got for Zatanna?
I mean, Zatanna is like their Wanda, really, right? She's their witch. She's their big witch.
Who would you cast?
Zatanna.
I don't know.
Young.
I don't know.
Who would I cast?
She's been on
Alexandra Daddario.
Oh, that would be great. Or Ana de
just think
Armas.
she's hot.
What about Ana de Armas?
Oh, that's a good. That's a good.
I
one.
like Ana de Armas.
Was she the one in Uncut Gems?
Yeah, no,
not Uncut Gems. Knives Out.
Knives Out. Yes,
Yeah.
Knives Out. I'm going.
She's
yeah,
good.
I'm going her.
Zatanna is like a funky character because she's in a lot of like kids stuff, then does a lot of adult stuff.
Well, and her father is her father's name? It's another Z.
Zatara
and Zatanna.
Yeah.
But she's done a lot with Constantine and fucking crazy magic stuff in the DC, so she's important. They had a relationship. I've always loved Zatanna because sometimes she's in like Sandman, Vertigo shit. Sometimes she's in superhero shit. Justice League Dark.
They should just get that. Was Sarita Swan was Zatanna in Smallville?
Yes, yes, she was. That was Swan was in Smallville.
She was also Medusa in Inhumans.
Right.
Oh, that's her. No, don't get her.
No,
I don't know.
Don't do that.
After that Medusa with let's cut off her hair in this TV show. Great idea. What do you do?
I think that the girl from The Witcher should be Zatanna.
Oh.
She's already a witch.
That girl's smoking hot too. The girl with the hump. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You never see Anthony. You never seen a girl with a hump this sexy. I guarantee you've never seen.
She's amazing looking.
Holy shit! And you see her like just bone, fucking what's his name, naked with a hump, and you're like, that girl has a hump, but she's fucking sexy.
I think that she's like half Indian too.
Yes, she's got a great exotic look. I do love that girl. She'd be good for this too. Listener, get some swag. You can find podcast merch, Jock and Nerd t-shirts, mugs, all sorts of fun stuff at our shop, jockandnerd.com/shop. It's our TeePublic store where we have masks and stickers, magnets, a bunch of fun stuff. Show the world you listen to this dumbass show. Jock and Nerd. Put it on your face and chest, jockandnerd.com/shop. Last thing in the news, guys. We mentioned earlier San Diego Comic-Con a few weeks ago, and we mentioned they have canceled their traditional summer convention, their huge fucking convention for a virtual event makes sense. We're still in the pandemic. They just recently announced that they're still going to have an in-person event.
What?
In November. San Diego Comic-Con International is doing a 3-day in-person event Friday, November 26th through Sunday, November 28th, Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, shit.
Now, they released this news late Saturday evening at 9 p.m. That's a fucking red flag right there. You don't release big news Saturday at 9 p.m. because they immediately got a bunch of fucking criticism. Of course, online, and the primary criticism being, look, families didn't get to see each other last Thanksgiving. Now you want us to spend it at a comic book convention this Thanksgiving? This is the busiest travel time of the year.
How dare you?
Yes, a lot of pearl clutching. They did respond to this, but before I let you know what they said, what do you guys think of this idea? Bringing this back in
they're trying to be optimistic, but it's probably not going to work out.
Thanksgiving.
Would you go, Anthony?
In person?
Yes, in person in San Diego Comic-Con.
It all depends.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. Yep, the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It's nice in San Diego in November.
Yeah, it's not cold and shit.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, that's interesting.
Is it outside?
No, it's not going to be outside. It's going to be at the fucking place.
All right.
Yeah, that's all right.
In response, they answered back saying things like, they have attended many conventions over the holiday weekend. It is Thanksgiving. Also, they are intending this to be a slow return and kind of just for more local people people that it's easier to get to San Diego, kind of a gradual comeback, not a huge event. And then at the end in this article, they're even like, we're not even sure if it's going to be feasible in November. We just wanted to get ahead of this, put this out there. It may not happen still. So they don't know, but I think it's interesting that they think it could happen. I don't think I would be ready to go to a convention. I don't know.
November? That's a long time from now.
That is, and I would be fully vaccinated by then, so I'll be like, what the fuck? I should go wherever I want now, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're vaccinated, I feel like if you're not going to go out when you're vaccinated, then you might not ever go out.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. It's probably not going to be a huge thing, but
as long as you keep wearing a mask and you watch your social distancing and stuff, I think I would probably if I was vaccinated, I'd probably be more likely to want to do something.
Yeah. So that may actually work out well. Look, let's see. It's been over a year. When Black Widow comes out, it'll have been over 2 fucking years.
Oh shit!
Between Marvel movies. Think about that. That's crazy. Listener, you think about that as we take a break and play some promos. And we're going to come back and talk about episode 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, Peter here from How Do I Jump? We are an independent news, media, and entertainment outlet dedicated to bringing you all that's hot and fresh in the video game world with a definite focus on indie games. Our podcast, The Weekly Jump, rounds up all those gaming headlines and stories into a fun and entertaining hour for your informative enjoyment. Find us on Spreaker, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and more. For ad-free podcasts and bonus content, head to patreon.com/howdoijump. To learn more, visit howdoijump.com.
Transmission commencing.
This is Wookiee Radio. Translated for the Wookiee impaired. I like that Wookiee. Your hosts, Ken, Derek, and Mike, bring you the latest news and commentary from the far reaches of the galaxy.
Hold it. I said hold it.
Subscribe today on iTunes and Stitcher.
I just assumed it's a Wookiee.
Start listening today, and remember,
The Force will be with you. Always.
And nerd.
Listener, if you enjoy the show and you want more show and you want to support, you want to send your love, send a tip over, join our fan club. Visit jockanerd.com/Patreon.
Jockanerd!
And for as little as $3 a month, you get access to an exclusive RSS feed with tons of bonus bullshit, bonus content every week going up all the time. For example, there's an actual sports show.
Their bottom is very
with
weak.
Chaz called Jock Talk. Anthony, new episode of Jock Talk.
Yeah, did you get all the audio?
It does 9 minutes of Chaz's track was missing, so the show just ends. I just cut you at the end going, thanks for listening, and just kind of abruptly ends.
Yeah,
you thought that was weird. That's
that was
why.
fun. Good job, Cast.
This happened again?
Yeah, Cast is having issues.
It took a while to upload, and then I was just like, dude, screw it. Let's just try it. And he just left, and then that's what happened.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we had Jock Talk, and then I did 2 for 1, Wolf Walkers in another round within one review. So
I still want to watch another round. I've watched the Wolf. Yeah, that's on Hulu. Wolf
How was
Walkers.
Wolf Walkers?
I like that. Apple TV Plus.
Wolf Walkers is good. It's the animation is different than what you normally see. It's like a comic book type, like hand drawn.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a cute little story.
It's this Irish company that makes these. It's their style,
You
like
got
this
Sean
Irish
Bean in
animation house. Yeah, he doesn't get his head chopped off,
Oh, he's just a dad.
but
Just
he's just
playing
a
a nice little dad.
And I did Falcon and Winter Soldier instant reaction to episode 2. Thank you to a new returning Patreon supporter, Bonner Demling. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Again, she was gone, but now she came back.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Thank you. Enjoy all the bonus content. Okay, jockandnerd.com/Patreon for all that good stuff. Let's get into this week's TFAWs. That's the Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. TFAWs, spoiler alert.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
But shouldn't it be because you included the?
Oh, it
there.
should be
Shouldn't
T-Fatwas then. T-Fatwas?
T-Fatwas, yeah.
Like fatwa. It should be like, I'm going to call it fatwa. This
know what
week,
that means.
fatwa is what religious imams, it's like a
Your
holy...
mom, what?
Islamic imam. It's a holy decree to kill the person. Like they put a fatwa on Salman Rushdie after he wrote that book, which nobody read. They were just mad that he wrote a book
really
about
dark.
the Yeah, fatwa. So this week on fatwa, there's a fatwa out against me. I'm pretty sure. I've run into some people. I've pissed them off. So, anyways, Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Okay.
episode 2. It's called The
And this
Star.
is the last show ever.
They're going to find me. ISIS is going to find me. The Star-Spangled Man. That's the title of this. You got to say it like that. Man. Star-Spangled Man. Anthony, what happens in chapter 2 of 6 of Fatwas?
This episode, we meet, what's his name? John Walker.
John
We get a little
Walker.
bit of background on John Walker. We see why he's become chosen. We figure that out. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, because of him being chosen, get together. They go on a mission to infiltrate the Flag Smashers. They get into some trouble. John Walker and his sidekick try to help them out. There's a lot of tension. They got to go see They got to see a therapist again, meaning Falcon and Winter Soldier. We learned about the history of Captain America and super soldiers, and it's a little bit darker than we thought.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, and by the end, they got to go meet an old villain.
A lot of new characters introduced and fleshed out this episode. I love that this show is about identity, and they're really diving into your personal identity, perceived identity. We got a lot of that. Anthony, what'd you think overall?
I'm not like completely blown away. Like I'm not like as hooked as I was for WandaVision. But that being said, I think there's still very strong potential for this show. I really. The most interesting aspect for me is the Isaiah, what's his name, Isaiah Bradley?
Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, I really like the idea of there being a Captain America that was black and was kind of shunned, like kind of like the Tuskegee experiments.
Yep.
And there's a lot of parallels to black people fighting in wars and then coming back to a country that didn't really give a shit about them anyways.
That's getting
so like I like that aspect. I like the way that makes Sam kind of struggle with what being Captain America really means as a black man. So all those things I really enjoy. I got to admit, the quippy banter between the two, I didn't really like it as much.
Oh, I thought their chemistry is pretty good.
I think they have good chemistry. I just found it to be like a little over the top in terms of like every single second they're around each other, they're going to like try to like, even in the middle of missions, they're going to be like, fuck you, no, fuck you, fuck you. You
My
suck.
favorite part was when Red Wing went down and tried to hit him in the head. And I thought that was hilarious.
A moment of silence for fucking Red Wing. Killed in action brutally by that fucking girl. I was like,
overall,
oh no.
Overall, I did like it. And I'll kind of cue up Ruggs. I think they're purposely setting up John Walker to be like the most punchable person in the world.
So Ruggs, let's start there. We learned more about John Walker. Do we like him now? Does the humanization work?
I think it would have been better instead of making him like this like decorated soldier.
Yeah.
That has all these abilities. It'd be funny if he was just a guy that was really good at like ultimate frisbee. And they go, you'd be the perfect Captain America. You come over here and get this suit on you.
You throw that frisbee right in that chain net there. That's pretty good. I got a jump for you over here. So this guy, he's the only guy to receive 3 medals of honor. He is a counterterrorism pro, and they studied his body for some reason, and he does not have the super soldier serum. He's just fucking strong and fast.
I don't know. I mean, that's weird. Like I guess Marvel does this. They make people who are like super highly trained like look like they're super.
Yeah.
So I can't. It's hard for me to tell who's super and who's not because they all seem to be enhanced. Like Bucky is enhanced, right?
Bucky's definitely enhanced.
Yeah, he's got the serum.
He's running like after a car, like at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, no, he's got the serum and an arm.
John Walker's supposed to be just like I guess peak human, but not enhanced.
Now, in the comics, he's actually stronger than Captain America. He's actually got a different cocktail in him, and he makes a propensity from being more violent.
Do you think we see that? Do you think we get there? Do you think they inject him with something by the end of this?
Possibly. I mean, there's everybody, all those other fuckers have got the super soldier serum in there.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. If it's unstable, how long it lasts, or maybe makes them older. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of a downside to it. So, because none of these things work.
He seems like a decent person, right? He's still a little douchey. He's a little smug. I still do want to punch him in his face. Without the helmet on, his face isn't as bad, but his lips is too close to his nose. That's the problem.
Well, the thing is that helmet fit is not good. They should have gone with a different helmet that fits his face better.
Because I was like, his face isn't that bad. Why does he look so weird?
I think the chin strap is bad. And I think that the way that it goes around his ears is bad. It pushes them down and makes them look weird. So they have to redo the helmet. But when that notwithstanding, I think John Walker isn't really a bad guy in the comics.
Yeah.
All right. He's just not Steve Rogers.
Right.
And he's a little bit unstable and kind of goes a little too far.
Yeah, we'll see if we get any of that. He's
not like a bad guy.
I think they're making him a bad guy, at least for a portion of this, because just the hints alone. First off, they have the allegory with Battlestar, where it's like the other buddy cop, the government buddy cop, and it's also like a black and white guy.
He comes with his own black sidekick. Yes, he comes with his own black
and just
sidekick.
Some of the hints where he goes, I would love to have Cap's wingmen by my side. And he's just like, oh.
And Sam's like, it's always that last line and fucking gets out.
And then at the end, he's like, well, first off, like, he bails him out, so it's like, oh, he's a good guy. But then, like,
you work for me now.
No. It was like he gets their attention by ringing sirens, and it's like, oh, dude, bad timing.
Yeah.
They just got pulled. Sam literally just got pulled over or stopped for being
racially
profiled, and now you're getting their
amazing.
attention with the sirens. And then at the end, he's like, just stay out of my way, then.
Yeah,
so I think they're gonna evolve him where he's gonna meet the power broker who we can talk about.
Yeah, and
he's gonna want powers because he's not Cap and he wants to be Cap. And he even says like Steve was like, I feel like he was like my brother, and Bucky's just like, oh my God.
I love Bucky's look on his face was like, you motherfucker. How dare, like, amazing. Like, Sebastian Stan is so good at showing this pain and this like trauma. I love that. I love how he has to do like silly Good Morning America appearances, similar to what they had Steve doing in the 40s, being like a promotional mouthpiece. So that was a great little touch. This is going to be interesting. So Lamar Hoskins, a lot of these people from the comics, also from the comics, Battlestar, he went by the name Bucky for a second in the comics, but I do love that.
Strange.
I love that moment where he goes, I'm Battlestar, and then Bucky's like, Battlestar, stop the truck, and just fucking gets out of the truck. He's like, fucking Battlestar? I'm out of here. This is bullshit. So that was great. So Bucky and Sam, they throw them together right away in the beginning. I love that they were not happy to see each other, and the conflict between them is not bad. It's Bucky doesn't understand why Sam won't take the shield, and Sam didn't really answer in the therapy session why,
You know, I there were some parts where I enjoyed it. I think just what stuck out to me is that the rest of the show is so kind of grounded, despite being a superhero show.
Yeah.
That them quipping to each other all the time just didn't feel like a real I feel like you could show that there's tension between those guys without being over the top about their quips all the time.
Some of it was silly, where they were sneaking around in the warehouse and he's swatting at Red Wing and he falls through the trees and he gets that on video. But they do that he calls him White Panther and he goes White Wolf.
White Wolf.
Sam's like, what? So that's a nice little fucking thing. The truck sequence, fantastic, even though they get their ass kicked, even with the fucking new Cap's help.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're just going by powers, everyone on the Flag Smasher side is enhanced, and you had just one enhanced guy basically, and then and then Falcon's just a guy with wings.
He just has wings and a red wing, not anymore.
Yeah.
So that was crazy to see. There's 8 dudes with super soldier serum, including their leader Carly Morgenthau, the redhead, and now this also from the comics with gender flipped. In the comics, the Flag Smasher is a dude and not a group, and his name is Carl Morgenthau. Carl. But how did they get the super soldier serum? I love how, one man's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter. So they're stealing medicines and vaccines to help refugees who were displaced when people came back. I think we are going to be rooting for them even more. As the show progresses, we're going to see that they are right in fighting back against this GPR committee.
Yeah, it's kind of I like that it's gray. It's not just good versus evil. It's got shades of gray. It's more complex and nuanced. It's interesting.
I like thinking about this from their point of view. So imagine this: the blip happens, half the population leaves. Right, you're fucked, but you're going to have more resources. Right, 5 years go by, you get used to these more resources. Things start to come back, and then without any warning.
Also, before you finish that, everyone, there was kind of a sense of camaraderie amongst the world.
People were closer,
right. Everyone was kind of working towards the same thing.
Yeah, they had a shared fucking tragedy, and then boom! All of a sudden,
oh shit!
All these fuckers come back. Everything that you had gets cut dramatically, and now they're getting all of the attention, and you are a displaced fucking refugee. I'm kind of on the Flag Smasher side. A little bit. I can see the frustration that this would cause. And the brilliant thing about this, there's this interview. I listened to this Hollywood Reporter podcast, TV's Top 5. They interviewed Malcolm Spellman, and he talked about how, they had COVID kind of worked out in a weird way. They finished everything, but now this experience we all went through can kind of be analogous to people returning after the blip. Same kind of thing. The government doesn't know how to handle it. Everything's fucked up. They were not ready for this. It's very interesting parallels they can pull now.
It's like when they try to make people go back to work after the quarantine.
No,
one wants
fuck
to leave
you.
their
I'm
house.
not going back in the office. I'm not going in groups.
I'm not getting on a subway again.
I actually probably had maybe an unpopular comparison.
Yeah.
But I feel like the comparison I was thinking of was maybe a lot of Americans that are like, man, all these immigrants come over here and they just get free passes.
Yeah,
they can come over here illegally and get all these things.
They're getting all the jobs. Yeah, that's
right.
That's
and
kind
what
of the
about
same
us?
thing. Yeah.
We've been here forever. I think that's the kind of the analogy I'm seeing with this.
Yeah. No, it's very fucking topical and real world, and it's amazing to think about. So this show clearly is going to deal with, the effects of people coming back. Now, Carly, someone's looking to kill her, and then this is where she mentions the power broker.
I don't know if she necessarily mentions it, but I think it's just kind of assumed, right?
They said, one guy goes, the power broker's men have found us. So, and that's when the guy sacrifices himself so they escape. So they're clearly in this cause. They will die for the cause. I think they stole the power broker's serum and used it on themselves. Maybe.
Yeah. They might have gotten a sample to help. He might have helped them with something, and then they just
fucking took it. Do you know anything about the power broker? This is also a character from the comics.
I do not.
I don't know much. There's 2 names. There's a scientist. There's 2 people with names. Power broker. One is Carlin Malice, and then one is Curtis Jackson, who's a businessman. But I think this is going to be scientist Carlin Malice, and I feel like the name Malice was used in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Possibly.
I wouldn't think too hard about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, it doesn't
connections.
Okay, let's talk about the fucking Isaiah Bradley scene. This is probably my favorite scene this
Well,
episode.
Power Brokers is responsible for U.S. Agent in augmenting Battlestar too.
Okay, so Power Broker, somebody may make a deal with him to get the serum for them to stop the Flag Smashers, and that's how they get serumed up. There's a lot of antagonists in this fucking show, and it's going to be interesting to see how they balance this.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, you only have the two guys, and then you have U.S. Agent who might wise up at some point.
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what side he flips on. Will he give up the shield? Will Sam even want it? Isaiah Bradley, favorite scene of the whole episode, did not expect this. Carl Lumbly Ruggs. He was Mantis.
That's right.
Remember, man, Carl Lumbly is an amazing actor. Also, this idea of 300 black soldiers tested on in the Korean War, this was introduced in Marvel Comics in 2003, so there was a black Superman. And this is all...
Black Captain America.
Black Captain America, not black Superman. But Isaiah Bradley, also from the comics, and then when you find out that they put him in jail for 30 years, I love that part.
Well, he was, what he went to jail for dressing like Captain America.
Yes,
because he decided to take Cap's uniform and put it on, and they said, "Oh, that's treason."
Yes, that's
such bullshit.
That's crazy.
How much bullshit is that? And that makes it even more poignant because, like, this dude wanted to be Captain America so bad, and then you got Falcon who doesn't want to be Captain America, and you're like, maybe you should be Captain America, dude.
Yeah, and Sam is like, we could have had a black Captain America this whole time. Nobody knew about this. What the fuck? That was wild.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe you're right, Ruggs. They might go at it at the perspective of these black men didn't know what they were getting into, and they were just getting experimented on, and a lot of them were dying. So actually, they didn't want to be Captain America because all of them were dying.
They were forced into this.
So I don't know. We'll see how much they dig into it.
So apparently Isaiah had ripped off Bucky's arm the last time they met. And I love that line where Bucky goes, "I'm not a killer anymore." And he's like, "You think you just get to wake up and decide who you want to be one day?" He's like,
there's so many undertones to that comment.
So good. And he's like, maybe for folks like you, he's like, he's like, "I'll tell you what they did to me for being a hero." I was like, fuck.
They put my ass in jail for 30 years.
And Buck he didn't even tell Steve. Nobody knew about this. So he went there and the guy still has strength. He throws that thing through the wall.
But what about his grandson is going to be the guy from the
That's
Patriot?
Another Easter egg. Yeah. Yes, Elijah Bradley, his grandson becomes Patriot in the comics. Another character that kind of soft introduced.
Just a quick side note on that. It's almost very clear to me now that Young Avengers is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Probably on Disney Plus.
Probably.
Because they have Patriot.
Yep.
They did the kids from WandaVision.
Yep. You got
Hawkeye,
Kamala Khan. You got Kate Bishop.
Kamala Khan. You got Hawkeye's protege played by Haley Steinfeld. Like, they got all the ingredients already there.
Right there, man. You can make it would be a great show. I already love all those people. I haven't seen half of them.
You love them all, even though you don't ever see them.
Never seen them.
I love them all.
Love them all. And then at the end, yes, they're like, look, they don't want to work with Captain America. They're like, we need to find the guy who has all of Hydra's secrets. We are going to see Zemo.
Oh, shit.
Which is great. Other random things. So, Anthony, you didn't like the whole androids, aliens, or wizards line? Too quippy.
It's a little too cute for me. A little too cute.
Sorcerer.
I mean, I liked the line where he goes, I read The Hobbit back when it first came out in 1937.
Bucky read The Hobbit when it first came out in 1937. Sorcerer is just a wizard without a hat. I mean, I don't know. It's funny.
You forgot to mention the line where they're in therapy.
Yes.
First of all, the therapy is just ridiculous. I mean, you would never get that close.
No, but now we know why they're sitting like that. He did it. Sam was like, "You want me to get in here? I'm gonna get in here. Let's just do this."
But the line where he was like, "If Cap was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me." Like I like that line because it's very much, Bucky's projecting.
There's his motivation.
Yeah, he's projecting his own faults on other people. It's like the thing, like, if he can do it, I can, sort of thing. But if he can't do it, then I'm very unconfident in myself
and then
as well.
Sam is like, "Look, all I can tell you is you have to just accept the fact that I did the right thing," and that's all he leaves it at. So it's not resolved between those two, which is going to be great.
Right.
I also love the other little exchange when he's walking down the street and the kid's like, "Hey, Black Falcon." He's like, "I'm just the Falcon." He's like, "Why am I Black Falcon? I'm black." And he's like, "Does that make you Black Kid then?" kind of proving his point. And I thought that was interesting. Just these little drops about race, about identity, and then they get, racially profiled by the cops. Yeah. The guy's like, dude, these are the Avengers. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Fucking hell. Can't catch a break.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of good tidbits there of things they can really dive into. I mean, we're already a third of the way through the show. It just feels like we're racing through this.
I like the pacing, though. Yeah,
to, you know, WandaVision, which was 9.
I think it's a good balance of story and character and action so far. Other couple Easter eggs I learned this week. Wyatt Russell originally auditioned for Captain America.
Oh, shit.
But they didn't pick him.
Yeah, obviously.
Ruggs would have hated it.
Yeah, I would have not liked that pick. No.
And then the title of the episode is a reference to that theme song from the first Captain America. And they kind of play like an updated version, the Star Spangled Man, when he comes out. But yeah, we got John Walker, Battlestar, Isaiah Bradley, Patriot, Flag Smasher, Power Broker, all these fucking new characters. And the showrunner in an interview has said, expect a big cameo in episode 5.
Oh,
it's going to be Mephisto, everyone.
You're by Steve Rogers.
Do you think it could be Steve Rogers? Old Steve Rogers?
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's fishing. He's going, Pepperidge Farm, remembers? And then he'll tell Sam to get that shield. What the fuck are you doing, man?
He'll be like, give this man a shield.
Yeah.
I mean, this show has possibility for a lot of people to cameo, for a lot of people to be the big cameo. So they're doing this shit again. Everybody's going to be like, oh, who is it going to be? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? Does he become Captain America?
By the end?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me end with this. That podcast interview I mentioned with Malcolm Spellman, couple of interesting things he dropped. One thing was when he got the gig, this is what they gave him. They gave me a template, and they literally gave me a menu of characters I could pull from. Yeah. So that's kind of fun to think about putting that together. The other interesting thing he said was there's no mandate from Kevin Feige that says these characters have to be here by the end of your show. It's all organic, right? And then the last thing that answers your question, he said the major characters are going to they're going to be in a different place by the end. There's going to be a definite, it's all about their identity arc, and all of them, Bucky, Sam, Sharon Carter, Zemo, will be at a different spot at the end of the show in the MCU, positioned to go forward. So it's a good interview. It's a very good interview. He talks about what it's like working for Marvel, and their method I thought is very interesting. I'll put a link in the show notes, listener. You can check it out. Any other final thoughts on this episode?
I'm excited to watch the next episode.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, is it bowling me over? No, but I've been. It's like action, and it's in my wheelhouse. It's like
this is true.
This is like not something that like it would be odd for me to watch. I'm like, it's got fucking superheroes. There's action. There's some. It's pretty well staged action.
I got a cameo.
You're in this too? Oh, who?
No.
You want to be the cameo. Who is it?
It's got to be Crossbones. Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, yes, definitely. Fucking Frank Grillo from our cameo. That's the
Make
cameo.
It happen.
He's literally the cameo to cameo.
This is Frank Grillo.
Fucking bring Crossbones. Yes, why not? Frank Grillo, we need you.
I watched another Frank Grillo movie this week.
He's still. Oh, you did? How was it?
Yes, I did.
What was that one called?
Should I talk about it now?
Oh, we'll get to it.
I mean that was served up just the weeks of
Frank Grillo.
Talk about Frank Grillo.
He's still alive, right? Crossbones is still around.
No, I think he died.
After Civil War.
He got exploded, I think.
Yeah, he got exploded by Wanda.
That's not going to work then.
But it's Marvel. Anyone can come back.
That's a good point.
Well, let's bring back Frank Grillo.
That would be.
He's got to be the Punisher. That's all I have to say. He's the perfect Punisher.
He would be a great Punisher. Why doesn't somebody do that?
I don't know.
They got Frank Grillo light, John Bernthal to do the Punisher.
That's a good point.
Or equal. I don't know what you think of John Bernthal.
John Bernthal has to pretend to be Frank Grillo so he can be the Punisher.
That's true.
And then Frank Grillo's just the Punisher. Just he wakes up like that.
John Bernthal's like, I just imagine I'm Frank Grillo. That's how I got ready for the role every day. Yeah. Does it bother anybody that this is more of a chapter thing than like an episodic TV show? It doesn't bother me. I like
Not necessarily.
Okay.
And they kind of ended both week. Like last week, they ended on Up Guy's face.
Yeah. Here's Squishy
and then this
Face
week,
Cap.
there's like, we're going to see Zemo.
Steve's about time.
Early
It's
next
like-
week.
Geek boner.
It's abrupt, right? It's like an abrupt ending. It was
Very
like,
abrupt.
boom.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go see Zemo.
And it was a little
Bye.
predictable when they started talking about him. I was like, oh, you're talking about Zemo. You're talking about, oh, yeah, it's Zemo.
I'll be interested to see how Zemo plays into it, too.
Yes. What is
like,
his
is he
plan?
just Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah.
Or like what is his thoughts on everything? Where does he fit in on the, because he hates superhumans.
Well, he's still going to want to take him down from the inside, obviously. He didn't
maybe
finish.
they have to work together with Zemo.
They're going to have to. He didn't finish his plan, but he's going to trick them. You can't trust the Zemo.
He's slimy.
He gets to wear his fucking purple mask and everything. So,
Yeah.
what side is he going to be on? That's going to be interesting. Does he know the power broker? Maybe he does. Maybe. All right,
Maybe
let's
you do.
I know the power broker. I made a trade on E-Trade with him. Lost a lot of money. Let's do some news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation. Ew.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
That was a weird one.
This is where I pull stuff from our Facebook group, Jock Under Nation. Listener and our friend Lisa Morrison created a poll.
Oh, shit.
And I don't mean a Polish person.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you guys got excited. She just created a poll out
Not
of
funny.
thin air.
Not funny.
like Wanda Maximoff. I'm going to create polls. Here's a bunch of Polish people. Now, she created a poll that said, question for the nation.
I love that we got a not funny live from Rose.
Yes.
Well, that did not land at all. I was like,
have to
wow,
call-
that's like almost so bad that I said it.
Yeah. That's like someone's dad's dad said that.
It's a grandfather joke. That's what I'm into. I'm writing a book. 101 grandfather jokes.
Be more funny.
Lisa Morrison's poll says, question for the nation, which of the following director's signature style annoys you the most? Here are your choices. Zack Snyder's excessive slow motion, J.J. Abrams' use of lens flare, Christopher Nolan's non-linear storytelling, and then Blake Braden added Michael Mann's shaky camera, Liz Fenora Jones adds Michael Bay's lack of plot, and then John Campbell adds Quentin Tarantino and his foot fetish. They might as well be characters in his movies.
You could also throw in M. Night Shyamalan's
And his twists
twist
that go
endings.
nowhere. That'd be nothing. That's a good one, too. I love this question, by the way, Lisa Morrison. This is the poll winning, of course, is Zack Snyder's slow motion. What do you guys think? Is there anybody else? What's the worst?
I'm trying to think.
The worst?
M. Night
The
is
worst?
good. But does Cameron have one? Not really. Maybe. No.
Cameron?
George Lucas adding things in post. I would put that up there.
Just keeps changing the movie.
Just keeps changing the movie.
Martin Scorsese using Italians in every movie.
Yes, and de-aging them sometimes now because he can't find any young Italians, I guess. I don't know.
Trying to think of like
That's such a good question.
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
It's just trying to think.
Spike Lee does a bunch of things, but
Joss Whedon's quippy humor.
Fuck yeah, Joss
Yeah, Joss
Whedon's writing.
James Gunn's quippy humor.
That's too much.
Spike Lee incorporates a lot of like real footage in his movies.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything that annoys me. I love all his moves.
Well, I
course you
think
do.
the most annoying thing, I think Zack Snyder's definitely annoying.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams' lens flare doesn't really annoy me.
It doesn't, but
I
it's just-
notice
yeah,
it.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. It's
Christopher Nolan's nonlinear storytelling never bothered me up until this fucking movie that
just,
I just watched.
That's what I like about the Nolan is he's mindfuck.
Michael Mann's shaky camera, it's fine, whatever. But Michael Bay's movies, period.
Lack of plot and empty explosions. That's your Michael Bay.
I hate his Transformers. With the passion.
Fuck that show.
With the power of 1,000 exploding suns. I fucking hate that movie. They're terrible.
Mel Gibson's anti-Semitism.
Oh my God, Mel Gibson's anti-Semitism.
I still like
is
Michael
terrible.
Bay's movies worse than that. I think that they're
I
worse.
think you're right too. Unfortunately,
No, Michael Bay makes
I'd rather
some-
watch Braveheart any day than fucking any of Michael Bay movies.
I heard that Fat Man movie is pretty good. I got to check it
I've
out.
heard that as well.
I've heard it's very good.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
This is
good.
it's a fantastic question. I'm so glad
It
that
is.
she created a Polish person in the first book.
Still goes back to that terrible joke.
Grandfather jokes. Good stuff. So look, listener, join the Facebook group and vote in this
it's
poll.
fun though. Like every director does have
They
their
have a
thing.
thing.
And that's kind of fun about being of directors.
But you don't want that thing to get annoying and overused.
To be the thing.
Yes. Like
Right.
M. Night, that happened very quickly, and he fell into this hole.
Into it.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense really fucked him up.
You can't. What do you do after that? Now every time you have to do this better. That's not possible. There's no way you can do that. Sixth Sense. It's a perfect movie.
What about Spielberg?
Steven Spielberg.
What's his thing?
What is his thing? He is all. I don't know.
He's always been. I mean, he always tells very.
Is it annoying that he tells a competently paced fucking movie?
It's so annoying.
It's so annoying how fucking good he is. The motherfucker.
So annoying.
I can't think
he's
of
just a competent. He's like a competent blockbuster director.
It's like Ron Howard. He just makes okay movies. All right. Like,
Ron
that's what's
Howard's
so annoying.
mediocrity. Is that annoying? He's just mediocre.
Yeah, I don't think he's a little bit of cut above mediocre.
Okay,
but
he is a little above mediocre.
Yeah,
but it's
like,
always the very safe kind of.
He's not
thing.
like fucking transcendently great.
Yeah.
He's just you know.
For the longest time, Adam Sandler movies, he would always cast himself as being a stud and having like a hot girl, and he looks like Adam Sandler.
And then he switched. He's like, I have
You
to
don't
just
think he's
be
handsome?
Hubie Halloween. He's very good in Hubie Halloween.
I got 6 teeth. That's not updated.
Great question, Lisa Morrison. Let's finish up with some what are we watching, because Invincible on Amazon Prime released this week. First 3 episodes of Robert Kirkman's Invincible on Amazon. I watched it. Ruggs, did you watch this?
Yes, I did.
Anthony, did you get a chance to watch this?
I watched the first episode, and I just want to say right now, because you tend to do this, Imran, we haven't all read the comics, so don't reference the comics.
I have not read the comics.
In your thoughts
No.
and spoil everything
I can't.
for everybody.
It's impossible. I never read these comic books. This is impossible.
Good.
So what you
This is good.
I read them.
Okay. Well, so we will.
Imran spoils things all the time. He's like, well, it's not like this in the comic. I was like,
Well,
I didn't read the comics.
Good for you that my memory sucks. So,
So here's what we'll do. We'll do what we do with like The Boys. When this ends, we'll review the whole season. Yeah, but we can talk about it week to week. Anthony, let's just start with you. You saw one episode. What'd you think overall? Did it get you?
I mean, the ending of it, I was going,
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. I don't want to spoil it, but
what a hook.
The ending of the first episode, you're just like, holy fuck, what just happened?
Yeah, no, I liked it. I mean, but the ending is what is going to is going to hook you. So yeah, I liked it.
And the first 3 were, they're very good. It's very quick. He becomes invincible very quickly, so they don't waste time. But I do love how Kirkman is like, he's taken his love for Marvel and DC superheroes and kind of mushed everything together and created his own universe. It reminds me a lot of The Boys. It does a similar thing, but his is just a different tone. But just the mishmash of characters and the colorful characters he has in this is great. Ruggs, what'd you think? You read the book, you read the comic. What do you think of this?
I didn't read all of them.
Okay.
Remember, I got them out of order. I read like the first 2, and then I skipped around. But for the most part, you're making a comparison to Boys, but this is so much larger. It feels like the entire DC universe almost.
Yeah.
With space and all that other stuff and aliens and shit like that. So it's a lot bigger than The Boys. The Boys is a lot tighter. So this is like wacky on a different scale. Because I think Robert Kirkman is taking like the DC universe and a little bit of the Marvel universe and kind of doing a send up of it. And how wacky it is if you can like really play around with it. And it's, he's got some twists and turns in there that are still, we're not going to see yet. So I'm excited, and I think it's handled pretty well. So, and I like all of the acting. The voice acting is great.
The fucking cast is incredible. We've talked about them several times. Stellar, amazing voice cast. I also love how the animation, it kind of has this Saturday morning cartoon quality, and then it gets like super fucking violent. And it's very adult.
It's super gory.
It's so gory. It's amazing. So all in all, I'm in. I fucking love the first 3 episodes. Can't wait to see. I know he's got a lot of things planned.
When does it release? On Friday?
Fridays. This is a Friday release. And
but now we're going to get the single episodes then.
Yes.
Right?
Then we're just getting 1 a week, and I don't know how many there are. 8, 10. I don't know. And they're 40-plus minute episodes. So they're not short. There's a lot for animation.
Cool. Everybody should be watching this.
Dude, it's fucking great. Check it out. We will review once the season ends. Ruggs, what Frank Grillo movie did you watch this week?
I'm just here for the dick jokes.
So, unfortunately, it's not really a Frank Grillo movie. He's just in it. It's called Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, I've been
And
meaning to see
And
this.
it's not about
shit.
Israelis doing karate. It's
the Nick Cage movie.
It's
How bad is
now
this?
that joke is way worse than Imran's joke. All right,
Wait,
100
not
times
funny.
I
worse.
didn't even. That went over my head. How bad is this movie? Let's just get that out of the way.
It's a grenade. Think about it. Anyway, so Jiu-Jitsu is this movie. It's about, I guess, an alien. There's a comet that flies over the Earth, and then it all of a sudden an alien comes out of a portal, and it's like Predator. He has to kill whatever. And there's like some deal. Like if they fight him in battle and they all decide to fight him, he has to fight 9 people. If 9 people fight him, he just goes away and comes back in 6 years.
It's like Scott Pilgrim.
And does it all over again. Yeah. It's like Scott Pilgrim. And so Frank Grillo is just one of the guys, one of the 9 guys. So he doesn't really have a lot of screen time. This is really, the whole thing about this is about Nicolas Cage is in this movie.
Yeah, he's the lead. It's a crazy Cage movie.
This movie is so terrible. It's shot terribly.
Yes.
Everything about it sucks. Even Frank Grillo can't save this movie. Even Nicolas Cage can't save this movie.
How dare you do this to us?
I actually stopped watching it after I was like, look, I'm sitting there, I'm watching. I'm like, listen, I got to get to the Nicolas Cage part. When I get to the Nicolas Cage part, I know it's going to be so bad, but I want to see it just to know how bad it is, and then I'm going to stop watching it. And that's exactly what I did. After Nicolas Cage, that's it. I was like, I'm done with this.
You did not finish the movie then.
I have 2 comments real quick. One, I showed my friends the Frank Grillo cameo.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, who's always says something clever or smart ass, goes, can you relay to him that jiu-jitsu movie sucked?
Oh, shit.
Number 2, Imran, you were the one, I don't know if you remember, you were the one that made us watch that trailer, and I told you from the start, I'm like, why are you making us
I remember.
review this?
I remember that. That's when Fat Man.
And I'm like, this movie looks terrible.
It looks like an amazingly
it's going
bad
to be
movie.
guaranteed terrible.
It's on Netflix, so it's not even fun bad, Bugs.
No, I mean, I watched.
Shit.
I watched. What was it called? Skyline.
Yeah, that's another Netflix
Beyond
one.
Skyline that he's in, and that was actually not too bad. I mean, it's a bad movie, but I mean, it's watchable at least. But yeah, this one was like,
I'm absolutely watching this. It's on fucking Netflix. I put it in my watch list.
He was slumming it big time. This is when Frank Grillo's slumming.
Listen, Cage needs to pay his fucking back taxes. He'll do anything.
It is terrible.
Let's just so in the pandemic, let's see real quick how busy Nick Cage is. We know he was doing 7-8 movies a year pre-pandemic. What does he have? Okay. Oh, it slowed down a lot. In 2019, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies.
Only?
Yeah, only 6. 2020, he has Jiu-Jitsu. He has a voice in The Croods. And that's it. And this year, there's a movie called Prisoners of the Ghostland and then Willy's Wonderland. There's a bunch of untitled. Oh, and he's also playing Joe Exotic in the TV miniseries.
Oh, my God.
The Tiger King. Yes.
Wow. Well, he did that. He did the Story of Curse Words on Netflix. Remember that?
Oh, that's really good. I like that. It's only like
the fact
4
that he's
episodes.
doing the Tiger King thing, like
He's
it's
Joe Exotic.
Picture perfect, but also like, oh my God.
Right. This is how
Nicolas Cage.
This is what you got left to choose from. You want to be the Tiger King? Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound terrible for him to do it. It's just like, wow.
It's perfect casting. Really.
I got to talk about another movie that I watched. All right. So, at the behest of a few people that I know, I watched a film, a masterpiece.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
No? Okay.
No, it's not. It's called Psycho Gorman. All right.
Okay.
And it's about a child, a very evil child. It's a little girl who's just a real jerk who like beats up her brother. And they for some reason find buried in their backyard alien overlord that's buried. And there's a crystal. And whoever holds the crystal can control this alien overlord. And so she does. And she basically tortures this guy. And that's the movie.
Wow, this is a B movie made this year. It's like a new B movie.
It like costs like $10 to make.
These costumes in this trailer are, it looks like a Godzilla fucking movie costume.
Yeah, it's bad. But like,
where did you watch this? Where is it on?
I found it somewhere.
Okay.
But like the thing is, this movie was really fucking hilarious up until like, and I was like, oh, this is gonna go places, and then it kind of fizzles out towards the end. But I was fucking laughing my ass off at this movie.
So better or worse than Wolf Cop? That's how we'll figure it out.
Oh, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up.
Oh, no, it's not that much better than Wolf Cop. Okay, that's where we're at.
No, it's a little bit better than Wolf. Because this one, like, Wolf Cop, I could never really buy into.
This alien guy is playing the fucking drums in a bar in a band in this trailer. What is going on here?
Yes,
what the fuck?
The fuck?
How's that possible? That's like Wolf Cop.
All it is just the alien. Like, the girl is the bad guy in the movie. This little girl.
Oh, cool.
She's the bad guy. She's this horrible person. And so she's so horrible and so annoying that this alien is like, fuck, this is the worst torture I've ever had. And I've been like, enslaved and fucking all this shit.
I think he should team up with Wolf Cop to take down this little girl. They need a crossover.
Yeah, so this movie is it's a bad film. I was told that it was great.
Oh, it's on Prime Video. You can rent it for $4.
And I watched it and
it's not good.
I enjoyed parts of it. Parts of it I enjoyed. Not all of it though.
Good stuff. Anthony, did you watch anything? I watched I Care a Lot. We talked about that. Fantastic. Highly recommend. On Netflix.
No, I mean, I haven't. There's nothing been on the docket that I've caught up on. So only the Invincible and like what we talked about earlier in the show.
So you're caught up on all the Oscars movies, then, are you?
For the most part, yeah. There's a couple more that I want to watch. Never, rarely, sometimes, always. I think I'm going to actually try to torture myself and watch Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh God!
So there's a couple movies I'll still catch before the Oscars.
Again, out this week today. If you listen to this podcast, the minute it comes out, Godzilla vs. Kong. Watch it, absorb it, lick it, love it. We'll talk about it next week. And then Anthony, shout out to Dig on America. You were on Jason Dutch and the boys.
I forgot that I was on that show. Yes, I was on Dig on America a couple days ago. I believe it was Sunday night, I don't know what day that was actually. It might have been the last week.
It's always late at night. That's all I know.
I have no idea when I was on that show, but I was on it, and we talked about things. So
you did. I'll put a link in the show notes if the listener wants to.
I don't remember what we talked about.
There was words said.
There was words said.
Go listen to it.
Smiles, maybe some winks and some nods. There you go.
Very good. Ruggs, where can the listener find you?
Oh, you could find me on Twitter at ReallyRugBoy. And that's what I'll be.
All right.
I'll be there.
Follow us on Twitter, too, listener, at Jock and Nerdcast. Thanks for listening. Share the show. Of course, very important. Spread the stupidity. Spread the anarchy.
Fucking fantastic.
Just like Stan Lee said. Thanks for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll catch you next time.
Not funny.
Yeah, that was a lot of that.
Yeah, me too.